Hello students. Okay, in our last lecture we have seen basics of structural analysis, and in this class we have seen the concept behind static and kinematic indeterminacy. We have also seen the definition of what is determinate and indeterminate structures. Okay, and in this particular class we are going to see what is static and kinematic indeterminacy for a beam. Okay, so in this particular class we are going to consider two problems. So in this problem, for each problem, okay, suppose I am considering the first problem. So for each problem we are going to find out what is static and kinematic indeterminacy. Okay, and then the same thing we are going to follow it for the other problem. So we are going to find out static and kinematic indeterminacy for these two particular problems. Let us have quick review about what is the degree of static indeterminacy, degree of kinematic indeterminacy. So this is what we have covered in our last class. So let's quickly revise it. Now I want you to remember these two formulas. Okay, so we are currently studying the beams. Okay, so how do we calculate what is the degree of static indeterminacy or degree of redundancy? So formula for ds is actual number of reactions. Okay, whatever the reactions for that particular beam, then what are the available equations of equilibrium, and if any internal hinges, then we are going to consider that also. And for the same beam we are going to find out what is the kinematic indeterminacy or degree of freedom. Okay, so we are going to use this formula, that 3j minus r plus number of internal hinges, whereas j is the joint, number of joints in a beam, r is number of reactions. Okay, so let's consider the first beam. So we are considering a fixed beam with internal hinge. So this particular beam is having a internal hinge. Now let us calculate what is ds. Okay, so ds can also be written as, different textbooks may refer it differently. So it is nothing but degree of static indeterminacy. So DOSI, some people write, so you can write DSI. Or now here just see what are the number of actual reactions. So actual reactions for the fixed support, that it is having a vertical reaction, it is having a horizontal reaction, it can have a horizontal reaction, there can be a rotation. Similarly for this end also, one vertical, one horizontal, and one rotation is possible. Okay, this can be under tension or under compression, we can show it in any direction. Now so three reactions, three unknowns are here, and there are three unknowns. Okay, now actual number of reactions, we have 3 plus 3. Okay, so we have total actual number of reactions as 6. Okay, 3 plus 3 is 6. Now what are the available equations of equilibrium with us? That is 3. Okay, 6 minus 3. And then how many number of internal hinges are there? So there is only one internal hinge, so we are doing it as minus 1. So for this particular fixed beam with one internal hinge, we get answer as 2. So degree of static indeterminacy is equal to 2. Okay, so hope you understood this. So use this formula and you will arrive at this answer. Now let us see what is the kinematic indeterminacy for this. Okay, so the formula we are going to use as dk is equal to 3j minus r plus number of internal hinges. Okay, so let us call this as h, internal hinge as h. So how many joints are there now? Just see, for this particular beam, joints are 1, 2 and 3. Okay, there are total 3 joints. How many reactions are there? So we can see that there are 3 plus 3, 6 reactions. Okay, and the internal hinge is 1. So 3 into 3 minus 6 plus 1. So 9 minus 6 plus 1. So 4. Okay, so it is having kinematic indeterminacy, means degree of freedom as 4, and degree of static indeterminacy as 2. Okay, so hope this particular problem is clear to you. It's simple. Once you understand the concept, it becomes easy to solve. Okay, so this is our problem 1. Now let us move to a second question. So let us consider a beam again. So for this particular beam, one end is fixed, other end is hinged, and there is also one internal hinge over here, and there is also one roller support. Okay, so this is a type of beam. Now again, for this particular beam, let us find out what is the ds and what is dk. Okay, what is degree of static indeterminacy or degree of redundancy. So let us see how many reactions are there. So here I can see that because it is hinge support, there will be two reactions, 1 and 2 reactions here. And because this is roller support, there will be one reaction here, and this is fixed end, so there will be 3 reactions. So total reactions available for this particular beam, actual number of reactions available are 2 plus 1 plus 3. Okay, these are the actual number of reactions available. Now how many available equations of equilibrium with us? That is 3. How 3? I hope you remember. Summation of forces in x direction is 0, summation of forces in y direction is 0, and summation of moments is 0. Okay, so those are our 3 equilibrium equations. And there is one internal hinge. Okay, so our answer for this particular beam is 3 plus 2 7. 3 plus 2 5 plus 1 6. 6 minus 4. So it is statically indeterminate to degree 2. Okay, so ds is equal to 2. So you have to write it nicely. Okay, so that is our degree of statical indeterminacy. Now let us see what is the degree of kinematic indeterminacy. So degree of kinematic indeterminacy will be 3j minus r plus h. H is an internal hinge. So how many joints are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So joints are 4. Reactions are, we have seen it already, 2 plus 1 3, 3 plus 3 6. And internal hinge is 1. So 3 into 4 minus 6 plus 1. So 12 plus 1 minus 6. So total 7. So kinematic indeterminacy means degree of freedom is 7 for this particular beam. So I hope students you have understood these two problems on beams, and in next class we are going to solve a few more problems. Thanks for listening to me. Thank you.